Hey guys, welcome back to the Candle Channel. I'm back with another candle review for the 14.5 ounce 3-wick Marshmallow Fireside candle from Bath and Body Works. This is a long time classic. I would say like over 10 years at this point. It was like Slack & Co. Favorite fragrance that's been out for a while. It comes back like all the time, and it's just an amazing masterpiece of a fragrance, and I love it. And I'm finally burning it here in 2021 and doing a review of it. So the notes on this read: toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, fire roasted vanilla, and crystallized amber. So what this smells like to me is it's really, as the name says, you get like a marshmallow component and a fireside component. The marshmallow smells so good. You get the texture of the like powdery outside of the marshmallow mixed with the ooey gooey vanilla fragrance. It really is like one of the best like marshmallow notes, like up there with the marshmallow musk candle. Oh my god, that was great too. But it has that great realistic, distinctly like powdery outside texture of the marshmallow. But then it's like starting to, roast over the fire. So you get like the ooey gooey creaminess of the marshmallow that's warm, and you get that vanilla gooiness in there. It's just an absolutely excellent toasted marshmallow note. And it's not like artificial or like icky smelling. It's just simply perfect. Like they really nailed the marshmallow note in this. Like I wouldn't mind seeing that marshmallow note in other candles because it's so good. So you get that, and it says smoldering woods in there with the fire roasted vanilla, totally, because the fireside note has a like smoldering woods component to it. It's smoky in a very cozy, warm way. It's kind of like a campfire type of fragrance, but it's not overly like leathery or overly cologne-y at all. It's just like the perfect amount like of a natural like crackling, smoldering woods fireside smoky campfire type fragrance, and it's simply excellent. So the notes that you see on this are totally in there, and it really does smell like marshmallows like roasting over a fire, and it's just so good. And I like how this you can kind of burn it, get away with in the summer as like a beach bonfire type of fragrance, but it's obviously perfect in the fall. This is like one of those perfect like Halloween candles to me, in the sense that it has like the sweetness of like what you would equate Halloween with like candy sweetness, but then it also has like the haunted spookiness of Halloween as well, in the way that there's a fireside component in here. So it's like the perfectly like smoky but sweet, like perfect Halloween candle. So I love burning this for Halloween in the past years, so I really enjoy it for that. But this is also good in the winter time too, because it's just another sweet, cozy fragrance. So I love how this can really carry from like summer all the way into winter, and the fragrance itself is great. So it's pretty much what the fragrance smells like, and then we'll go into the performance. So the major issue or concern with this candle is with the performance. Like back in the day, like, oh my gosh, this used to be so strong. It was amazing and I loved it. It was like even if the candle like tunneled or like drowned on you, the fragrance would still be so strong that you would be set, and it was so good. It was just like one of their strongest candles, and I loved it. I had a wallflower. I had it plugged in for like an hour, and it was like so immensely strong. It was like completely choking me out, giving me a headache. It was so strong I had to unplug it. And mind you, this is like back in like 2012, 2013. It was just so immensely strong. But then over the years, like the past, I would say 3 or 4 years, maybe even 5 years, they've really like watered it down. I'm not really sure why. Maybe because it is so popular and people buy it anyways. They figure that they can maybe like cut corners and still sell the candle even by watering it down. I'm not really sure, but it's just nowhere near as strong as it has been when it was like, released way back when. And so that's always the concern with this one. So the throw on this one is still better than like, let's say, the past 2 or 3 years that I've had it, but it's not as good as it used to be. This was, I would say, maybe just like very much a medium fragrance. I would say in an open concept area, anywhere from like a 3 to a 4. I could smell it in the background, but it wasn't like bam in your face like the pineapple pound cake was. It was just like a low-lying like background type of fragrance, but it wasn't unscented. It was like a very mild low to a medium is where I would put it at. You can put this in a smaller bedroom and get a little bit more satisfaction out of it, and get up to maybe just like a 5 to possibly a 6 if I'm being generous. Just very much in the medium range, nowhere near as strong as it used to be, but not as unscented as some of the more recent ones that I've had. Like I know like maybe about 2 years ago, this one had like gray wax and like these stubby rope-like wicks. It just totally dudded out. You couldn't smell it. It just like fizzled out as soon as you lit it. It was just awful and terrible. So it's still doing better than that, but it's not back to like the peak that it was at one point. So yeah, that's the throw on this. As for the performance, this is actually doing good though from a performance standpoint, because it has white wax instead of the darker gray ones that they used to go with a lot. It's doing much better. The wicks are like the core wicks that are very thin, but they're still making mushroom tops, and it has a pretty clean burn. It's not sooty or smoky, so we're good to go there. So it's at least burning much cleaner and better than some of those that immediately drowned out or will like nub out and fizzle out. So at least that part is improved, and I think that's probably also the reason why we can even get up to maybe even like a 5 on this version versus some of the past years ones where it would have the gray wax and different wicks and be like totally unscented. So it's an improvement over the worst ones, but it's not as good as it was initially. So that's pretty much the performance on this candle. Overall, I would say this fragrance is still so good that I'm willing to put up with like the lighter throw on this, and the performance is improved from some of the past year's ones. That this one's actually doing well, all things considered. That I can't knock it too much. And once again, the fragrance is such a masterpiece that you know what, I'm like willing to put up with it, and I'll just burn it in a smaller bedroom, or if you want it in an open concept area, perhaps you have to burn 2 of them. But it's not unscented. It's still like in a mild to medium range, so I can't knock it too much. So that's pretty much it on this fragrance. Yeah, like if this has white wax in the coming years and looks like it has good wicks and it's going to perform well, this is something I would definitely consider or always consider repurchasing from year to year. It kind of comes back out all the time anyways, that I don't really have to like hoard or stock up on it. But yeah, so I still really enjoy this fragrance. I really do wish it would come back to the full strength it was at one point, but this one's doing decent. So that's pretty much it. Let me know your comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.